So here's the deal. There's a guy named Wesley Nichols, right? Wesley Nichols has a brother named Chris Maxwell, right? Wes Nichols is a piece of shit. He's a complete fucking loser, right? And his brother's not much better either, right? Fucking loser, right? And so they have the mother named Linda Norton, right? And their mother dated this or was married to this fucking loser trucker piece of shit named Jamel Norton. Jamel Norton is a profound piece of shit, right? He squeezes people's heads because he used to fondle little Bobby's dick down the street, right? He's a pedophile. He's the sickest form of shit on earth, right? Jamel Norton. We hate that motherfucker, right? We wish him dead, 25 times over. All right. So this motherfucker started squeezing people's heads for like back in the 80s when he had his trucking company, right? Called Lease Drivers in Mayflower. And so he started squeezing methamphetamine users, the ones that drove the trucks and shit. And so they were all crystalled out or cranked out and whatever. And he's going to solve the problem and be, whatever. And so he had learned all these techniques from being a pedophile, right? So it's basically pedophile shit. It lowers your sex drive stuff. And he squeezes your head, right? And I know that's hard to believe, but this scumbag does that shit with a shortwave radio, right? Big, huge ham radio tower right there at 16 Moore Lane in Conway, right? And so anyway, so this fucking loser named Wes Nichols, apparently his shit gets out, right? And about 25 years ago, my uncle said that he found a way to handle his in-laws who had autism, right? And so he said, I met this guy named Jamel Norton. And I was like, okay. So anyway, long story short, then me finding out that Jamel was Wesley's dad, blah, 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 right? And so my uncle, Gary Lynn Cochran, he's a fucking complete loser, right? This guy's a fucking loser piece of shit. Molested me as a child, right? And then I caught him using that shit to listen to me and Peeping Tom. He was being a Peeping Tom. Caught him masturbating, right? Scumbag, ultimate scumbag. And then the motherfucker turns around, finds God, and blames it all on me and says I'm having sex too much, right? And so I had my new fiance, Laura Lynn Patterson. I'm dating her, right? And this is a long time ago. And this motherfucker ends up finding about a legal setup. Anyway, make a long story short, this son of a bitch starts squeezing my head. And he's using, that tower and Jamel Norton and Linda Norton. And it's him, Gary Lynn Cochran and Carrie Cochran. And they live in Hensley, Arkansas or something like that. Anyway, so I'm trying to get this damn thing reported, right? I need this fucking thing reported because apparently what happened is that somehow, some way, he thought it advantageous to put this shit on just about everybody on the goddamn planet, right? Or something happened, right? Anyway, another long story short, this guy needs to be fucking arrested. He's the biggest piece of shit on earth. And I can't imagine this continuing to go on much longer. I've called the FBI, I've called the, local police, Faulkner County, Pulaski County Sheriffs, Little Rock Department, North Little Rock Department, and you try to report this shit, and I know it sounds insane, but it is not insane. It is exactly the truth to what I say, and I know it was prosecuted once successfully. It being prosecuted successfully, at least one time, I know it can be prosecuted again, right? So these guys have got to get up eventually and do something about this because you're losing too many people and too many lives to these asshole sons of bitches, right? Somebody's got to do something about it now. And that means Scott Lampinen, or that means, hell, I think J.T. Thompson Major Thompson actually lost his job over it. I think, there's some people at the FBI, they lost their positions over it, and somebody's got to do something. Now, there was a senator that was just allotted, or just given head of this fraud commission, right? And so hopefully he'll get on top of it. Somebody needs to do something, right? Because these guys are going to end up killing me and hurting me, right? They're squeezing my head. So anyway, my name's Jack Randall May Jr., and I live in Little Rock, Arkansas, and reside in North Little Rock, Arkansas as well. And something has to be done, right? And hopefully that can be done soon. I know this all started in Conway with Faulkner County Sheriff's Department, and in fact, North Little Rock and LRPD and Little Rock LRPD had nothing to do with this thing kicking off or anything like that. And so But hopefully it can be rectified and taken care of. It has to be. And so please do the right thing. I'm going to call it Judge Angela Bird. You got to do the right thing here, right? That's